Well, those crews returning home to Will Rogers Airport this evening, helping those in Puerto Rico who have been without basic necessities like electricity. They say it was a very humbling experience. 50 OG&E line crew members back in the Sooner State.
Welcome home!
Very proud of that. Our guys worked hard in some very rough conditions and rough terrain.
These crews volunteering their time in Puerto Rico for nearly 3 weeks in an ongoing effort to restore power to thousands of people on the island still in the dark after Hurricane Maria hit in September.
We got lights on every day that we worked over there, so it was great to help people. People were dancing and singing, and then some people were crying. They're just, being out of power for over 4 months is a long time, so they were very appreciative.
The men now headed home to get some much needed R&R.
Hug my family. Glad to be back.
Now, a second wave of OG&E crews left out this morning to continue the work that still needs to be done there. Reporting live tonight, Patrina Adger, KOCO 5 News.